last sat down,
Yeah.
and a little has happened in your life, okay?
Just a teeny tiny bit.
New marriage, new baby, world tour, new CD.
Keep going.
Yeah, tell me, what am I leaving out?
New movie.
New movie. What else?
2 new houses.
You've been a busy little girl.
New circles under my eyes.
Are you tired? Has it been that busy a year?
I'm exhausted, and I have not stopped since. Let's see, we got married last year, actually Sunday will be
By the way, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Sunday will be a year.
Marriage. Peaches and cream, walk in the park, hard work.
Is that my only choice?
Go ahead, you can add anything you want.
None of the above? It's an incredible experience. It has been an incredible experience, and I think my husband and I are very well suited for each other. He's incredibly strong-willed and opinionated and full of life and adventurous and intelligent. But with all of that, you also get opinionated and strong-willed. And
the good news is, the bad news is.
Exactly.
But you're the same way.
I know.
So is there a lot of headbutting?
I could never be with anyone else, anyone who wasn't like that. Otherwise, strong people need to be with strong people.
Yeah, but when you get to these strong-willed, opinionated, and you butt heads on those things, who walks away first? Because someone has to.
We usually come to a point where we both know that both of us are acting like babies.
Right.
And it's sort of like we take turns. Like I'll take turns, and sometimes it will be my turn to continue acting like a baby, and then he'll say he's sorry. And then if I've done that for a few times, then he'll know it's his turn to do it. So.
Do you say you're sorry when you're not sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
But it works.
Do you want your marriage to last?
Exactly. You learn to say you're sorry.
Or I screwed up. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. All of those things. It was my mistake. You're absolutely right.
Is it true that you and Mr. Ritchie had your very first date in this very room?
More or less, yes. He came and called on me for tea. But actually, he showed up a day early. He showed up on the wrong day, which I thought was really sweet.
A little anxious.
Isn't that sweet?
That is
No, he has
nice.
a very bad memory. Anxious had nothing to do with it. But it was the start of something good.
Lourdes is what, 4 or 5 now?
5.
5.
Yeah.
She had it pretty good there for a while. It was you and her.
Yeah.
And now these 2 guys moved into the house. How's she handling that?
I think she was quite jealous at first. Quite competitive.
Of Guy, of Rocco?
No,
of...
more with Guy, because she did have me all to herself, and he was like, who's this stranger walking into my life? But we did it very, very slowly, and we had a very long courtship, and so that was an adjustment at first. She sort of refused to speak to him for a while. And but Guy played it right, and he's really, really good with her. And then I had Rocco, and there was just a tiny little hiccup kind of moment where it
No
seemed
weapons
like she
involved.
was heading to the bed for a strangulation type of thing. But she's great with him now. Yeah.
You mentioned shooting a movie with Guy. I think I read somewhere in it that it was either going to make or break your relationship.
Yeah, I'm sure I said something like that, and it was a challenge. Well, I wasn't very happy. What kind of a gym could you possibly carry?
Then what? Well, then I showed her the gym.
He showed me the gym.
And?
Your gym, madam. She just started screaming.
I was pretty understanding, actually.
How big a test was it?
Huge. Huge, and I so think I deserve a medal for getting through it.
More so than he?
Well, I think, yeah, to a certain extent, because, he's the director and he was in charge, you know what I mean? And I had to really take off my wife hat when I came to work every day. And, since there would be lots of times when he would be directing and I'd think, oh, he's not being very nice to me right now, or he's being dismissive with me or whatever. And then I'd think, oh no, that's not me, that's not the actress thinking that, that's the wife thinking that. And I would get really confused, do you know what I mean?
If you go home at night
had
and
to
you sit
wait.
and have dinner and you have a fight and you cross words and you come to work the next day and now you're the actress.
A lot of times I chose to not have a fight with him and not bring up things that bothered me because I didn't want to bring it to work the next day. I had to seriously pick and choose my battles. And it was good for me, because I'm the kind of person that, if the littlest thing bothers me, I want to be confrontational, I want to get it over with, I want to solve the problem. And it's not always a good idea to go that route. Sometimes you need to sit back and think about things, and I had to do a lot of that. So, a great lesson in humility.
Several books have come out about you. She crosses her arms more tightly.
Oh, shut up.
No, no, no.
Don't analyze me.
Not one was authorized.
Well,
Okay?
Of course.
All right. What did you think about these? But give me some words to describe them.
Everybody who wrote them.
It's a British word.
Well, but you
Give me
understand
some,
it.
yeah, unfortunately I do. So give me some more definitions, or some more adjectives.
They can't say on TV.
Well, give me
Every
some
time I
things you
say
can
a
say
bad
on
word,
morning
everyone
television.
gets upset. Stupidity. I mean, they're just a waste of time. They're a waste of everybody's time. I mean, the whole idea that you're writing a biography, you're writing a book about somebody that you've never met, and presumably you've interviewed absolutely no one that truly knows the person. What is the point? I mean, it's
Well,
purely.
you know the point.
You know, it's based on money, and,
Right.
and
Do you object to their right to do it?
no, I mean, I believe in freedom of the press, so, you know, but I don't have to like it.
I have a question that I'm trying to ask you, and I've thought about it, and I don't know how to ask
And I
you.
keep interrupting
No,
you.
seriously, I don't know how to ask you this.
Wait,
So
think
work
before
with
you
me.
ask me.
No, it's not a bad question, but in some ways, over the course of your career, you have done so much to change, reinvent yourself, stay in the public eye, different personas, different...
wait a minute, wait a
No,
minute.
but I haven't asked the question yet.
No, but I have to correct what you're saying. I haven't done so much to stay in the public eye. I have done so much. Oh, yeah! I have been productive. I have been
With
creative.
what purpose? To get people to buy your music,
No, that's too simplified. Absolutely not.
to express yourself.
Yes, because I am an artist, and I have to create, and I have to write music, and I want to act. Those things make me feel good.
You said one time, you said some of your early music,
Makes me barf.
well, I'm not sure that, I think you just said makes me sick, but we always like a good vomit story here.
Yeah.
For example, what?
Well, I just, I don't want to, I don't know, come on.
I'm not asking you to
It's 100
insist,
years ago.
but I mean, what song,
Material Girl,
makes you
hello?
barf?
You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, it has kitsch value, you know what I mean?
What else? I mean, what other songs would fall into that category?
Like a virgin.
Like a virgin, touched for the very first time.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're great songs, and they're of an era and all that, but I mean, do I want to sit and listen to it? Do I want to perform it? No. My songs are like a map of my life, and they all mean something to me. They're like tattoos. They all happened at a certain time in my life, and if I listen to them, I can go exactly back to that time in my life, what I was doing, how I was feeling.
When you sit down to do this very creatively titled GHV2, you have to go back. I mean, were there other working titles, or?
Listen, I just finished the tour, and I was going up to make a movie. I couldn't think straight. I mean, we tried lots of things.
So you called it GHV2.
Yeah.
How'd you choose what to put on it? Because you got a lot to choose from.
I had 4 records to choose from, and I basically chose my favorite songs that I really like to listen to.
What's the test? I don't want to sit and listen to it once, or if I sat and someone put it on a loop and I had to listen to it 5 times in a row and I got upset with it, then I can't listen to it. Then it's not a good song.
This is sort of like the second half of my music career. So they had to pass the can I listen to it 5 times in a row test.
If someone doesn't know Madonna and they listen to this album, it's really not representative of your music in general, because so many of the other songs on these albums that aren't singles are pretty good songs.
No, then it can't be called the greatest hits package, is it? Because it wasn't a great hit.
Could have been called, yeah, otherwise it's my favorites.
Oh, why don't I just call it Lazy?
Which is almost as good a title, by the way, if you want to get picky here.
Whatever, you can remember it.
Let me talk about the world tour. I don't know what your expectations were going in, but it sold out. It got an enormous amount of attention. Did you expect that?
I have to say I didn't have any expectations when I went in. When I started doing it, I just thought I want to make a show that is entertaining.
Holiday, celebrate.
All around, from a visual aspect, from an audio aspect, and I want to take people on a journey. I have the rebellious teenager in me, and that I'll always have that. And I didn't try to be edgy. I know that my sensibilities are always left of conventional and mainstream, and so I just stayed true to myself. And I like being provocative, as you know.
You presented an award recently here in London at the Tate Museum.
Yeah.
Very prestigious award. No?
Yeah, very.
Very prestigious building.
Uh-huh.
And you got up and you talked about freedom of speech and freedom of expression. It was a lovely speech, and at the end, on live television...
No, I didn't talk about freedom of speech and freedom of expression.
Well, let me
I
read
talked
you.
about how silly award shows are.
Okay, and then you said, I want to support any artist who not only has something to say, but to say it. In a time when political correctness is valued over honesty, I would like to say,
Go ahead.
right on, mother. Everyone is a winner.
Yeah,
And the winner is.
I did say that. Gosh, that's one of the few times I've been quoted correctly.
Created a bit of a stir here, didn't it?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, as if no one says that word.
On live television.
It's a cutting-edge contemporary award. So,
Wouldn't
anyway.
take it back?
Absolutely not. People expect that sort of behavior from me.
You know what? You're right. It's true.
I mean, the thing is, and I'll tell you the real reason, and this is my perverse sense of humor, is that they wanted to read my speech. They wanted me to give them a copy of my speech before I went on, and I said, no, I'm not going to. And so they kept trying to get the information out of me in really unclever ways. And I just got pissed off at them, you know, like, how many words is it? How many minutes is it? So then I just got insulted. And then they said, oh, and, you know, when you, and they said, how would you like to be introduced? And I said, Mrs. Ritchie. And they said, oh, no, we can't do that because everyone knows you as Madonna. Come on. Can we play a little bit? I mean, oh, it was ridiculous. And then they said at the end, oh, please don't, we hope and pray that there is no profanity in your speech. And I was
It's like an invitation to you.
Don't tell me not to swear.
Please don't tempt me. Do you have any idea who you're tempting here?
Exactly. So then, of course, I did take that as an invitation, and I said it, and I felt much better afterwards.
If we speak every 2 years, what do you want to do between now and the next time we sit down to do an interview?
Gosh. Well, I'd like to record another album, and I'd like to travel more and write. I've been writing a screenplay for 100 years. I keep starting it, and then I keep getting distracted by a project and putting it away. It's very funny, and that's my goal, to finish it. So I want to do that, and maybe direct it, I don't know.
Continue to act?
Yes. I want to learn to ride a horse, and I wanted to learn to drive on the wrong side of the road.
You still haven't driven here?
I have, but it's always with my husband screaming at me, and I'm going to take regular lessons now because I can't deal with it.
You're going to get in one of those cars with the little student driver things on top?
No, it's going to be a slightly more low-key scenario.
I would love to see the guy pull up next to you at the stop sign. It's Madonna.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good start.
Well, thank you.
You're very
It's
welcome.
always good to see you.
Okay. Happy Christmas.